My niece vandalized my son's car after I refused to buy her one because her mom promised her my money. I am 43 years old. When I was 18, my older sister had a baby boy. She is now 47, and the baby's father later became her husband. At the time, neither of them wanted to raise the child, so my maternal grandmother and I did. My parents tossed me about $100 a month, then kicked me out with the baby when he was still little. My sister even said she wished she never had him. Grandma and I went to a family law attorney. I got custody, and my sister and her husband signed away their rights. From then on, he wasn't my nephew. He was my son. I still remember signing those custody papers with shaking hands. My son asleep on my shoulder, my sister staring past him like he was a suitcase. That night, I told him, "You're safe with me." Later, when he was old enough to understand, I told him the truth. I didn't make him, but I chose him every single day. When we later made the adoption official, he looked at my husband and me and whispered, "So I'm really yours?" And we both said, "You always were." My grandmother helped me finish school and work until she passed when my son was 6. Her will left most of her estate to me, and suddenly my family missed us. I set hard rules: behave or disappear. Only my father truly changed. My mother stayed cold but polite to my son. When my son was 8, my sister and I were both pregnant. That's when she tried to reclaim him, whispering that my husband and I would stop loving him once my real son arrived. My husband met my son when he was 5, married me when my son was 7, and later adopted my son with his permission. The lies still hit. My son broke down crying, terrified we'd abandon him. I cut my sister off again and got therapy for my son and our family. When my younger biological son was born, we proved daily that my first son was permanent. That's why my sister's real son comments were so vicious. She wasn't just insulting biology, she was trying to reopen an old wound and make a little boy feel disposable again. Years later, we allowed limited contact. My husband and I live comfortably. My sister's family struggles. I'd buy my niece, my sister's daughter, gifts and include her sometimes, but I refused to bankroll her life. Then my younger son and my niece both turned 17. We planned a modest starter car for my younger son, like we'd done for my older son. My sister had told her daughter she'd get a car, then called me demanding I pay. I said no, I never promised that, and it isn't my job. My younger son got his car. My niece called screaming, "Why do you hate me? Why do you treat your adopted son better?" I stayed calm and said the hard truth. He is my son. She is my niece. I'll show up. I'll give normal gifts, but my children come first. My sister exploded and sent friends and relatives to shame me. She kept repeating, "It's only fair." Like fairness is something you can invoice. But fairness is what I already gave. I raised the child she discarded, I protected him from her cruelty, and I built a home where he didn't have to beg to be wanted. When the calls came in, they weren't asking what my niece needed. They were demanding what my sister wanted. "You're rich. It's just a car. You took her son, so you owe her daughter too." None of them mentioned that my sister had a decade and a half to be a mother. None of them offered to co-sign a loan. They just wanted me to absorb her promises so she could keep playing the victim. I met my niece at a park. She admitted she wasn't just jealous of stuff. She felt like an obligation at home and wanted what my boys had: warmth, stability, family. She implied I should take her in because I took in my older son. I told her I loved her, but I wasn't her mom, and a car was her parents' responsibility. My husband and I went full no contact with my sister. My mother sided with her and even gave my sister money from my parents' retirement, blowing up my parents' marriage. I tried again with my niece, offering Saturday outings. The first went great. Then my younger son landed in the hospital after a football hit triggered a severe asthma attack, so I canceled our next day. My niece yelled, hung up, and ignored my texts until 2 nights later when my neighbor called the cops. Someone had vandalized my younger son's car. Deep scratches, dents, paint damage, 2 smashed windows. Our security footage showed my niece and a friend doing it. Police arrested them. The next morning, my sister and my mother stormed my house demanding I drop the charges if I love her. I didn't. Neither did my husband or my sons. People can call me cruel, but I won't buy peace with my kids' safety. My niece made a choice. Now she'll face consequences, and my sister can't sign them away. Ever. Not this time.